Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I love to see new subscribers. So you all know that sometimes on The Bachelor, when it's time for hometowns, they capture these parents saying some of the craziest things on national television. And we've all found ourselves asking the question, why would they say something like that? Well, Jerry O'Connell has claimed that the Bachelor crew staged scenes and pressured his mom to drink when his brother Charlie starred on the show. So Jerry had a lot to say in his interview with Justin Long, and instead of paraphrasing it here with you guys, I'm just going to let you hear him say it himself. So turn up the volume, grab your cup of coffee and tea, and listen to him dish all of the tea.
But he's like a real grizzled.
Is he happy
like,
doing
fisherman.
that? Because he had been an actor for a long time.
Actor for a long time.
He was on The Bachelor even.
He was the Bachelor.
Wow.
That was a harrowing experience for our family, him being on The Bachelor.
What was that like? Because you watched the show, right?
It was a harrowing experience. You know, I got to tell you, my brother and I love to party and have a good time. And, you know, The Bachelor, the way it is designed is, you know, their day starts at 8 p.m., 10 p.m. And everybody's drinking, and there's usually like a challenge or, I don't know, like dates or whatever they do. And then, you know, at around 4 or 5 a.m. is when they get like the good stuff for their show.
They start really drinking heavy.
Well, they've been drinking all day, and then usually something happens, someone loses, someone doesn't get a rose at around 4 or 5 a.m.
Oh.
And then
4 or 5 a.m.?
Oh, yeah. That's how this happens. And then an interview happens, and whenever you're doing that interview, that's why people are hysterical on that show all the time.
Oh,
I mean, if you watch Bachelor in
sleep
Paradise,
deprivation.
Now listen, I watch it all.
We do, yeah.
But if you watch Bachelor in Paradise,
Sure.
and I know you do, like when you see someone like John Paul, JPJ, John Paul Jones, whatever his name was,
yeah.
And when you see him at a bar,
the one who's like.
But when you see him at a bar and he's like shaking and he's like, "You stay away. What are your intentions?
Yeah.
What are your intentions?"
He just
you have to
lost
understand.
it.
But I'm watching that, knowing he's been drinking for 20 hours.
He looked like that.
They're videotaping him, and let me tell you, if I kept you up for 20 hours and you were drinking for 20 hours, Justin, you too would be like, "Oh God, let me tell you something, Jerry. You can't yell at me."
Yeah, that's like against like the Geneva Convention.
Now the only problem is, when you and I are in those states, and we have all been in those states, no one's videotaping us.
Right.
And they videotape it and they put it on there. And I got to say, it was really crazy to see my brother in that show.
Oh, my God. Did he
and
recognize
I'm going to tell you another story about that show, too, and just how crazy it is. They do the come back to the family trip, whatever they call it, the
Hometowns.
visit. Hometown.
Come on, don't pretend like you don't know. Hometowns.
And my mother was there, who was a big drinker. My mom loves to drink. She loves wine. She loves it. Bottles of it a day. White. And it was down to 2 dates, and they brought them back to my parents' house.
Oh, God.
In Montauk.
Oh, my God.
And they said to my mom, there was some sort of interaction or something, and then they did the confessional with my mom.
Oh, God.
And they sat her down in the confessional, and they said, the producer said, "What do you think of the date?" And my mother was like, "She was nice. She was a pretty girl. She seemed nice. Everything seemed, she was funny, you know, it was nice." Of course, it's like not natural. There's nothing natural about this. There's cameras everywhere. And my mother's sitting there. My mother, who's not an actress, has had no on-camera experience.
So is she kind of being performative? Is she like performing?
No, my mother was going, "She seemed nice." So the producer goes, "Yeah, but was there anything that bothered you about her?" And my mother went, "No, I mean, no, she's a nice girl. It's, you know, it's a little uncomfortable, you know, but she seemed like a nice girl. I thought she was really pretty and nice." And the producer was like, "All right, stop the cameras. What's your drink?"
Oh, no.
And my mom said, "Hey, it's white wine." And she went, "Let's get her a white wine."
You're kidding.
Right? And they gave my mom a white wine, and she had it. And the producer went, "Listen, we need we need some.
Oh my God.
We need something here. Like
I
you
sort
can't
of
just say
figured
how
this
nice
is
she
how
is.
they did it, yeah.
And my mother said, "I don't want to. She's here. She's a guest in my house. I don't want to say bad things." And the producer's like, "This is what we need." And I gotta say, I wasn't there, but my mother put the glass of white wine down and didn't touch it. And I've been alive for 45 years. I've never seen my mom put a glass of wine down in her life. If you put a glass of wine in her hand, it's gone in a matter of seconds. I mean, we have a joke that like she doesn't even order by the bottle because she's too ashamed. But she, like, when waiters pass tables, she does like a and like does the tap on the glass, and like without you even knowing it, she's had like 4 glasses of wine.
You know, like telepathically, she gets the waiter's attention.
And my mother told me the story, and she said, and I knew with this woman, I wasn't going to say a word to this woman for the rest of the show.
Good for her.
And it was a difficult experience for my family.
I bet. Did they interview you for it? Were you on it? Because you were a
I was
known
on
actor.
it a couple of times.
Charlie was a known actor.
I was on it a couple of times. I really, I gotta say, after that experience with my mom, my parents, myself, we wanted nothing to do with this production.
It makes sense. They're manipulating you,
and it was acrimonious.
Yeah,
it was acrimonious. I gotta tell you, I changed my phone number because there was one producer. Oh God, I don't even want to say her name, but there was a producer. I don't think she's affiliated with the show anymore, who called me 15 times a day.
I'm surprised.
When are we going to book you? When are you going to do it? Listen to this. When are we going to book you? Need to get you in the show. Blah, 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 blah. Got to get you in the show. I went to AT&T and changed my number.
My
I changed
God.
my number like you would with an ex or something.
Yeah.
I said to my, I wasn't married at the time. I was just dating my wife. I said, I got to change my number. Look at this. 15 missed calls. This is crazy. Walking down the street with my wife, with my new number, phone rings. Yeah, you thought you were going to change your number and I wasn't going to get it. Yeah. 5 minutes, got my new number.
Oh my God, that's like restraining order.
Got
time.
my new number.
How
Crazy. Something like she called up my parents and said, I'm trying to get up in touch with Jerry. Did he get a new phone number? Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I got you.
Oh my God. So what did you do? How did it get resolved?
I did the show twice.
You're joking.
No, I did like 2 interviews.
Oh, so you kind of like gave into it.
Yeah.
Jeez. And did she finally get off your back?
I mean, look, when you stop being the Bachelor, I mean, I don't know how it works with the other Bachelors. Maybe they're still part of Bachelor Nation and go on like, this is pre-Bachelor in Paradise and all that stuff.
I'm surprised you still watch the show after having that experience.
You know, I watched a lot of reality TV, mostly because...
That explained a lot. Make sure you check out Charlie O'Connell's video coming up next. Click the link right here on the screen.